ಇನ್ನು ಜರ್ಮನಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ನ್ಯೂಸ್9 ವತಿಯಿಂದ ವಾಟ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ ಥಿಂಕ್ಸ್ ಟುಡೇ ಗ್ಲೋಬಲ್ ಸಮಿಟ್ ನಡೀತಾ ಇದೆ. ಪ್ರಧಾನಿ ಮೋದಿ ಸೇರಿದಂತೆ ಹಲವು ಗಣ್ಯರು ಭಾಗವಹಿಸಲಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ನ್ಯೂಸ್9 ಆಯೋಜಿಸ್ತಾ ಇರುವಂತ ಈ ಗ್ಲೋಬಲ್ ಸಮಿಟ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ TV9 ನೆಟ್ವರ್ಕ್ MD ಹಾಗೆ CEO ಮಾಹಿತಿಯನ್ನು ನೀಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಇದರ ನೇರ ಪ್ರಸಾರ ಬನ್ನಿ.
Ruben Kasper, who has joined us live now, would also be equally glad to know about. But before we come to Ruben Kasper, Ruben, thank you so much for being here with us this afternoon, your morning. Thank you so much for sparing time. I will come to you, but before I come to you, for all the journalists who have also tuned in live and everybody else who's watching us on the TV9 network, there is a big surprise, and that surprise is in no one else but the keynote speaker at the News9 Global Summit to be held on November 21st through 23rd in Stuttgart, Germany. I won't tell you who it is. Take it for yourself.
Thank you, sir. Next, we have the exchange of the joint declaration of intent for joint cooperation in research and development on advanced materials. On the German side, Ms. Bettina Stark-Wattinser, Minister for Education and Research, and on the Indian side, Dr. Jitendra Singh, Minister of State, Independent Charge for Science and Technology.
Delivering the keynote address here at the News9 Global Summit will be none other than the Prime Minister of India himself, Shri Narendra Modi. Well, Ruben Kasper is joining us on this broadcast. Ruben Kasper, thank you so much for being here. Well, I want to understand from you, cricket is a religion in India, and football is pretty much a religion that everybody lives and breathes in Germany. And I know you have aspirations of bringing football to India. How do you see TV9 network and the partnership you have with the TV9 network to help you fulfill that journey of really making football a preferred sport here in India?
First of all, a wonderful good morning from Stuttgart, Germany, and good having you all in this press conference today. And you talk about religion, yes, don't worry, we will not get in competition with the wonderful cricket in India. There is no chance for us doing so, but as we know, football is the number 5 sport in India already. I think from a consumption it is number 2, and it's globally the sport number 1. And in Germany it is indeed, it is culture, as we are as a football club a cultural good. And we want to transport this wonderful game to India and use it as a cultural bridge between our two countries, which we want to do because the boundaries between India and Germany are so strong. And I think dialogue on a political, economical and cultural level these days is even more important than it was ever. And this is something we want to bring into this cooperation with TV9, which I want to thank Barun that he brought this wonderful global summit to Stuttgart. And I think together we produced a wonderful setting for people. And also when you want to come, when you will be here in the MRP arena, you will see that we have the most modern and wonderful arena here in Europe.
So we know that in addition to Ruben, the 60,000 fans of football who would be there in the MHP arena, there are going to be 2 more that day. One, of course, is going to be you, and the other is going to be Mr. Barun Das, who himself is a ardent football fan. So, Mr. Das, are we going to see you and Barun maybe hit a few shots, some penalty shootouts somewhere in the vicinity of the match, if not at the match itself?
You don't want Germany to stop playing football, right? Had it been 30 years back, I would have tried, but not now. Thank you.
Not now. Well, okay. Just for the sake of all our audiences who are joining us now, there is also a special announcement, and that is that the state of Baden-Württemberg is officially supporting the News9 Global Summit. We have with us the Minister President of the state of Baden-Württemberg himself, the Minister President, Mr. Winfried Kretschmann, who has a message for all of us. Take a look at that message.
Long shot, my face. What's happening?
Germany and India are important partners. As Minister President of Baden-Württemberg, I am happy to support the NEWS9 Global Summit in Stuttgart. I hope you can join us.
Well, that was a message from the Minister President of the state of Baden-Württemberg, Mr. Winfried Kretschmann. But we also have a message from the State Secretary for Political Coordination and Europe, Mr. Florian Hassler, who also has a welcome message for the entire Indian delegation, which is going to be traveling to Stuttgart for the NEWS9 Global Summit. Take a look.
Namaste, India. Germany is working towards strengthening bilateral trade with India. The state of Baden-Württemberg is particularly excited to support the NEWS9 Global Summit in Stuttgart. The state of innovation awaits the next big idea for collaboration. Together, we will draw a roadmap for sustainable growth. So please join us and make NEWS9 Global Summit a resounding success.
Well, that was Mr. Florian Hassler, the State Secretary for Political Coordination and Europe at the state of Baden-Württemberg. Ruben Kasper continues to be with us. Mr. Kasper, help us make sense of all the delegates and all the audience and all the speakers who are going to be there at the magnificent MHP Arena, the VfB Stuttgart Stadium. Take us through what they should expect, how big the stadium is and what really they are in for when they visit your stadium on the 21st.
I think we will expect a wonderful trip for your delegation coming from India over 3 days, a very emotional location. We have one